Okay, since the math not mathing, let's see if we can make this math a little bit better. I put the first cover up. You can go back and you can Google this for yourself. Make sure you Google Neverland Ranch investigators discover corpse of real Michael Jackson. This article was written in 2005 or published in 2005, as you can see. I'm going to read what the coroner says from my other phone. Coroners have officially pronounced Michael Jackson dead. From that we can tell, we is the coroners. He, Michael Jackson, died between 18 and 20 years ago. Forensic investigator Tim Holbrook said, "We are not certain at this time who or what has been standing trial in that Santa Maria courthouse." It goes on to say, according to Holbrook, Jackson's corpse was buried just inches below a stretch of the miniature train tracks that ran throughout Neverland. The largely desiccated corpse wore the remains of a red, zipper-covered leather jacket and a single glove. Now they says that we positively identified the body as Jackson by his dental records and DNA, Holbrook said. But even before we conducted a single forensic test, we began to suspect that we uncovered the real Michael, and that the disturbing figure claiming to be Jackson was a fake. I'm saying this to clarify once again, that just because they aired something in one year does not mean that it took place in that year. So check it. Holbrook said that although the corpse was in an advanced stage of decomposition, the investigators compared the body to earlier career publicity photos of Jackson. They saw a striking resemblance in bone structure and facial features. But when they compared the body to the photos taken after 1987, the resemblance was negligible. So basically here, what you may be finding out now is that from 1979 to 1987, they was using reels that had already been pre-recorded of Michael Jackson. Not only that, a little sidebar here. There's a letter said that Michael Jackson had written back in 1979, saying that he no longer wanted to be known as Michael Jackson. Go Google that. He no longer wants to be known as Michael Jackson, but that he wants to be known as MJ. He wanted to kill off the character Michael Jackson, the one that they had built from his childhood, that he was no longer happy with. Yeah, so when he decided that he no longer wanted to be their money machine, what do you think they did to him? Yeah, it tells you 18 to 20 years before 2005 that they found the remains of Michael Jackson buried on his motherfucking property, and that there was an imposter, a fake Michael Jackson, standing in his place now. So who's the Michael Jackson with the Jerry curl? So mind you, 18 to 20 years back from 2005 when they published this article would have been the late 70s, like 79 to 1980, somewhere in that early stage frame, way before the posting of the Pepsi commercial 83, 84. That does not mean that the Pepsi commercial was not recorded before 83, 84. It just means that they aired that commercial in 83, 84. They go on to say, this discovery raises a lot of questions, but it also sheds light on a number of disturbing incidents. Holbrook said, frankly, Jackson had been acting pretty strange all of a sudden. Now get this here. Forensic experts and music critics are postulating that Jackson was dead before the release of the multi-platinum album Bad. Detectives are currently analyzing the lyrics to Man in the Mirror for any clues relating to a look-alike entity, a look-alike entity, a look-alike entity